Hey friends, welcome to your home practice. I'm Ash. I'll be guiding you through today, and I want to thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me on your mat today. I know we're all feeling very stuck these days, maybe even a little helpless, a little panicked. So I've got a heart-opening practice for you today to generate some self-compassion as well as move some of that stuck energy around and get really open and expanded through the chest. Have a blanket or towel handy. We will be on the knees today, so if you have sensitive knees, it might be nice to pad up. Also have your phone handy. I will offer a 5-minute Shavasana at the end of practice, but if you'd like a little more time, you can always set an alarm and give yourself as long a Shavasana as you like. It's one of the silver linings about a home practice is that you can really customize it and take your time with it. So it's not all bad, right? Silver lining, that's what we gotta keep doing. So again, I'm going to switch over to voiceover now. You can have your own music going, or you can have one of my playlists. I just made a new one. It's on my Spotify, and that's available through my Facebook. Or you could practice in silence using your breath as your soundtrack, which is always lovely as well. Okay, so I am switching over to voiceover now. Thank you again for practicing with me today.
You'll come into Shavasana, lying flat on your mat, and take a moment to stretch through the arms and legs or get the wiggles out in any other way. And then allow yourself to find stillness, turning your palms up to face the sky, arms by the sides. Let your eyes softly close. Relax your jaw, maybe wiggling it side to side or stretching it open wide to let it go. Relax your shoulders, your elbows, your glutes, the backs of your knees. Stretch your toes wide and then let them go. Releasing into this shape, feeling the earth hold you, supporting you. Knowing that you are safe and secure right where you are. Take a deep breath in, turn your palms down and feel just your heart lift up. Exhale, palms turn up, release back into the mat. Inhale, palms turn down, heart lift, shoulders stay grounded. Exhale, palms turn up, chest releases down. One more time, that little upper body back bend, palms turn down, deep breath in, puff your chest up. And exhale, return flat back to the mat, palms face the sky. And hold here for 3 deep breaths. And reach your legs long, reach your arms overhead. Another full body stretch here. And then hug your right knee into your chest. Press down into your lower back and curl your nose up to meet your knee. Pull your belly button in towards your back, up towards your heart, hollowing out through the belly. And take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, switch sides, reach the right leg long, hug the left knee in, and pause here. Inhale. Exhale, switch sides, left leg long, right knee in. Inhale here. Exhale, right leg long, left knee in. Inhale here. Exhale, left leg long, right knee in. Inhale here. Exhale, right leg long, left knee in. We'll switch one more time with an exhale, stretching the left leg long, hugging the right knee back into the chest, and then relax your upper back to the mat. Stretch through the left leg, and we'll find a twist, drawing the right knee over to the left side. The left hand can hang out on that right knee. Stretch your right arm out from the shoulder. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, release the right ear towards the right shoulder. One more inhale here, expanding through the right hand, through the left foot. And exhale, right knee back into the chest to switch sides. Left knee hugs in, upper back to the mat. We'll find a twist here, delivering the left leg over to the right side, reaching the left arm out from the shoulder, stretching through the right foot. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, release the left ear towards the left shoulder. One breath here. Inhale, and sigh it out, let it go. We'll unwind and hug both knees into the chest. Rock side to side or in a little circle on the low back. And then start to rock your way up to sit, bringing the feet down and the hands behind the back. Fingers point toward your body. Soften into your elbows and then hug them towards each other behind your back, keeping the chin tucked in, heart lifts up. We'll start to lean back on the hands and pick one foot up and then the other, coming into a supported boat pose. You can point and flex your feet here, circle out your ankles, navel to spine, heart lifts up, deep breath in. Exhale, feet to the mat, round over the knees. You can rock side to side here, or just hang out in stillness, letting the chin release all the way to the chest. We'll come to sit in Siddhasana today, sage pose, propping yourself up on a blanket or towel or any other props you might have handy. And we'll take the right heel in, right into the center, stacking the left heel on top. So making a little V shape with the legs, the knees out, the feet in. We'll bring the hands, palms down, somewhere along the thighs. Loop your shoulders up, back, and down. And then let your chin tuck towards your chest, getting a stretch along the back of the neck. Start to rock your head side to side. Getting a little stretch across the neck. Circle your head one time to the right, all the way around like you're drawing a circle with your nose. And then all the way to the left. And bring your head back up to a neutral space. Hands press at heart center and the fingers interlace. We'll flip the palms forward and up. Arms frame the ears. Relax the shoulders. Hug the ribs in towards the back. And we'll start to just lean a little right to left. This can be a big or a small movement, fast or slow. But keep your sits bones rooted down. Let's come back to center. Release the fingers and circle out the wrists as you bring the hands back to your thighs. We'll start to circle the chest around the hips. Doesn't matter which way you start, we'll go both directions. Just finding a little movement, getting a little circulation. And then switch the direction of your circle, lifting through the heart. And come back to stillness. And gather your hands at heart center. We'll begin our practice with the vibration of Om together one time, reminding ourselves that even though we can't be together physically, this sacred sound will connect us wherever we are. Inhale fully. Exhale completely, empty out. We'll inhale to Om. Heart lifts to the thumbs, palms press. Start to find your Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through the nose. A soft whispering sigh at the back of the throat. like the sound of the ocean. Maybe even visualizing the ocean right now, a little smile. Release your hands down to the mat and come forward to tabletop. Again, getting the wiggles out here, shifting the hips, rocking the shoulders, shaking the head, yes and no. And then bring your hands under your shoulders, knees under the hips. As much as possible, keeping the ankles in line with the knees, so keeping that space, that distance between the feet. We'll root down into the hands. Take a look at your hands, spread your fingers wide. You can see a little sliver of mat between each one, and then press down into the fingertips. Spin your elbow creases forward, feel expanse across the chest, hug the navel to the spine, really strong, sturdy tabletop here. With an inhale, sink your belly down, come into cow pose. Heart lifts, face lifts, its bones lift. Exhale, press the floor away, round into cat pose. Empty out here, navel hugging to the spine. Inhale, sinking the belly back down into cow, opening the heart, lifting the face. Exhale, press the floor away, round in, chin to throat. One more time this pace. Inhale, sinking the belly, lifting the heart. Exhale, curling it in, cat pose, empty out. Start to take a few rounds of this with your own breath, adding in any other movements that might feel interesting or good today, or maybe taking this moment to learn about what feels good and bad today. So just a little exploration. Let your eyes close. Come into stillness, rooting through the hands. Claw the fingers and start to walk the hands forward, melting your heart down towards heart chakra pose, Anahatasana. Hips stay high and pressing back as you sink your heart, maybe grounding the forehead or the forearms, maybe not. Feeling space in the chest, the shoulders cascading down the back. One more inhale here. And with an exhale, walk your hands all the way back. Hips travel towards the heels, coming into child's pose, Balasana. Knees can be wide or together here. Arms can be forward, by your side, or crossed under your forehead. You can shift the hips a bit, or not. Child's pose, always your home base. Come here as often as you like. Stay as long as you need. Take 3 deep breaths, feeling the back rise and fall. Inhale and exhale. Deep breath in and out. One more time. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. We'll walk the hands back to the knees, rounding through the shoulders and building your way up to stand on your shins. If you have a blanket or a towel handy, this might be a really nice gesture underneath the knees, just for a little extra padding. And we'll bring the hands to the hips. Knees still about hips distance apart, so you can bring 2 fists between the knees to check that out. And then again, ankles lining up with the knees, so space between the feet. Bring your hands to your hips and loop your shoulders up, back, and down. And then start to tuck your tailbone forward, so we feel this lengthening in the lower back. The hands travel to the small of the back, fingers pointing up or out to the sides, depending on how spacious you feel in the shoulders. And then keeping the hips pressing forward, we'll lift the heart up and start to lean back into the hands for camel pose. Elbows hug towards each other, chin can tuck in, or if it feels okay, the head can float back. Just one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale back to center. Bring the hands to the hips, and we'll step the right foot forward, coming into this 90-90 lunge. So 90-degree angle in the front knee, 90-degree angle in the back knee. Feel the hips leveling out towards the front of the mat. And ground down into the right foot. Spread the toes wide, feel anchored here. Bring both hands to the right thigh. one stacking on top of the other. And then rooting down into the heels of the hands, start to lift the heart, open the chest, eyes to the sky, elbows straighten. Inhale here. Exhale, frame that front foot with both hands and come back to tabletop, hands and knees. We'll tuck the toes, walk the hands one handprint forward. Chest comes a bit forward, elbows hug towards the ribs, and then we'll drop the chest and chin to the mat, Ashta Pranam, hips stay high. Slide to the belly, reach your toes back, elbows stay hugging to the ribs as the shoulders loop back and up, baby cobra, space across the heart. Hold here. Maybe even taking a moment to lift the hands just to see if you're really pressing into the hands or if you're working from the upper body. Good. Hands come back to the mat, chin to chest, travel back through hands and knees. And then we'll again walk the hands back towards the knees, hands to hips, sitting up on the shins. Left foot steps forward, coming back into that 90-90 lunge, stacking the hands on top of the left thigh and rooting down through the left foot. Cinch the hips in towards each other, really strong in that left foot. Hands to the left thigh, elbows stretch long, heart lifts up, eyes to the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, frame the front foot. Come back to tabletop. Handprints walk forward, tuck your toes, chest comes forward and down, exhaling into Ashta Pranam, 8-point prayer pose, knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhaling forward to baby cobra, heart lifts, elbows hug in. This time tucking the chin, coming back through hands and knees, toes tuck, hips lift, downward facing dog, pedal it out. Shake your head yes and no, lift and lower your heels a few times. Maybe rolling to the edges of the feet or anything else that feels nice here. Find your stillness. Relax the heels towards the mat. And then soften into both knees as you walk your hands towards your feet, folding in half at the back of your mat. And release everything down, chin to chest. And we'll inhale to lift up halfway, hands to the shins, heart lifts, eyes to the floor, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward. Walk your hands back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Leading with the heels, lifting, roll through the spine, come to a high plank like the top of a push-up. Hold here. Spread your fingers wide, elbow creases forward, heels press back, ear tips reach forward, navel to spine, deep breath in. Exhale, bend elbows to ribs, lower all the way down to the mat. Keep your hands where they are, scoop your chest forward and up, start to straighten the elbows towards cobra, maybe keeping them a little soft if the lower back is talking to you about it. And then tuck the chin, move through tabletop, back to downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more time. Deep breath in. Open mouth. Exhale. Soften your knees. Take a slow walk, ball to heel of each foot, coming forward into your ragdoll at the top of your mat. Feet are at least hips distance apart. That's 2 fists of distance between the feet. They could be a little wider if you like. Soften your knees as much as you like here. You could keep your hands down, maybe onto a block or a book or any other substitute maybe to your feet. Maybe you take opposite elbows and sway side to side. Release whatever you're holding on to and hang heavy for a moment. Press into the big toe edges of both feet, and then the pinky toe edges of the feet. Root through all 4 corners of both feet and lift all 10 toes. Try to place them back down one at a time. A little yoga for the brain. When you feel rooted down into the mat, soften your knees even more. Tuck your chin and leading with the tailbone tucking forward, start to roll your way up so slowly. Head arrives last on top of the shoulders. Coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. And roll your shoulders up, back and down. Shake out your wrists, shake out your head. Anything else you might like to do to release and reorient as we come into this standing shape. The feet can stay just as they are, or they can move a little closer together. But then again, find that grounding to the earth sensation. Lifting the toes, spreading them wide, bringing them back down. Pressing into the feet like you're standing in sand, back at the ocean. Palms turn forward, heart lifts up, shoulders roll down the back. Take an inhale here. Exhale, palms turn back, shoulders round forward, a little contraction in the chest. And then again, inhale, palms turn forward, heart lifts up. Exhale, curling the shoulders forward, turning the palms back. Inhale, one more time, flip the palms forward, lift the heart up. Exhale, shoulders release from the ears, chin tucks in just a bit. Press down into the feet, and this time the inhale will lift the arms out and up, palms press overhead. Exhale, fold forward, fingers lining up with toes, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, extend through the spine, hands to the shins. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, step back to plank. Take a deep breath in here, chest comes a bit forward. Exhale, lower down with or without the knees, maybe all the way to the mat, maybe hovering in chaturanga. Inhaling to scoop forward, baby cobra or up dog, hips off the mat. Exhale over the toes, back to downward facing. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. With your next inhale, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Land with a long spine and fold in half as you arrive. Root the feet, reach the arms out and up, inhaling. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, lifting the arms out and up, deep breath in. Exhale, dive forward, fingers lining up with toes. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, move through your vinyasa, lowering down with or without the knees. And inhale, scoops you forward. And exhale, carries you over the toes, back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in and out. Spread your fingers wide. Press your hips back. Relax your heels towards the floor. With an inhale, reach your right leg back and up. Turn those toes towards your left leg to feel the right hip lower down a bit. And then turn your right toes back towards the floor, reaching through the heel as you press down into your hands. Inhale here. Exhale, squeeze the knee towards the nose to step your foot forward between your thumbs. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Sweep the arms up by the ears, coming into crescent lunge. Really strong here, pressing down into the front foot, reaching through the back heel. Lift your heart, wrap your pinkies in. Imagine you're holding a beach ball between the hands. Shoulders rolling down the back, bending deep into the front knee. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Step your back foot in just enough to straighten both knees. So you're kind of walking on a tightrope here, both feet pointing towards the top of your mat. Cinch your hips in towards each other. Tuck your tailbone under and reach your arms out to a T. Turn your thumbs down and take opposite elbows behind your back. Feel the inner thighs squeeze towards each other, lift up through the heart, press down into the feet, and with an exhale, hinge forward from the hips, coming into pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. Relax your chin towards your chest, but keep reaching that place between the shoulders forward. Imagine your right foot sliding forward, even though it's not going anywhere. That's going to keep the hips in a line. We'll inhale to hinge back up, relax the hands by the sides, step your left foot forward back to Tadasana. Inhale, lift the arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward, fingers line up with toe tips. Halfway lift, deep breath in. Plant the palms, step back, move through a vinyasa or hang out in down dog for 3 deep breaths. One more deep breath in. Sigh it out. Lift your left leg back and up with your next inhale. Dial those toes towards the right leg to feel that hip drop down. Strong core here, navel to spine. Turn the left toes back towards the mat and reach through the heel as you press into your hands, taking a deep breath in. Exhale, squeezing the knee towards the nose to step that foot between the thumbs. Crescent lunge, arms frame the ears. Good. Relax the shoulders, lift the heart, press into both feet. One more inhale here. Exhale, hands to the hips. Step your back foot in just enough to straighten both knees. Toes pointing towards the top of the mat, squeeze into your inner thighs. Take your arms out to a T, turn the thumbs down, and this time put the opposite elbow on top. So the other one, the weird one. Another little yoga puzzle for the brain. Press down into the feet, lift the heart, exhale, hinge forward, folding into Parsvottanasana. Again, feeling as if that left foot now is sliding forward. That'll help press the left hip back, allowing the right hip to come forward just a bit. Relax your chin towards your chest. Breathe. Good. We'll hinge back up to stand. Relax your hands by your sides. Right foot steps forward, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, arms lift out and up. Exhale, dive forward, fingers lining up with toes, halfway lift to inhale. Exhale, step back, move through a vinyasa or breathe in down dog, yogi's choice. Another deep breath in. Big sigh, let it go. Reach your right leg back and up. Bend your knee, point it up to the sky, circle it out, big wide circles. Reach that leg back up to the sky. Inhale, exhale, footsteps between the thumbs. This time we'll bring our left heel to the mat. Check out your feet, front heel lining up with the arch of the back foot. Bend deeply into the front knee. We'll lead with the left arm, cartwheel up to warrior two. Take a moment here, turn your palms up and down a few times. Feel the heart lift and lower. And then turn the palms down, reach through the fingers. Spread them nice and wide. Front palm up and back, inhaling, radiant warrior. With an exhale, straighten the front knee and bring your arms back out to a T. Hands to the hips, turn the right toes parallel to the left. Check out your feet, make sure they're on the same plane, so one foot's not forward or backward of the other. You could widen your stance here or maybe pigeon toe your feet. Then we'll lift the heart up, take a big deep breath in. Exhale, hinge forward, wide-legged forward fold. Hands can come all the way down to the mat. You could take opposite elbows or find your ankles. Relax your chin towards your chest. Breathe here. Let's bring the hands back to the hips, root down into the feet, and inhale, come all the way back up to stand. Right toes turn back to the top of the mat, re-find your warrior two. Right palm up and back, radiant warrior, inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame the front foot. Move through a vinyasa or go back to downward facing dog. Take another deep breath in and out. Left leg back and up. Inhale. Exhale, bend that knee, point it up to the sky, circle it out. Release the right heel a little closer to the mat, root down through the hands. Lengthen that leg, point through the toes, deep breath in. Exhale, step that foot between the thumbs. Right heel to the mat, front heel lining up with the arch of the back foot. Deep bend in that front knee. We'll lead with the right arm to come on up, warrior two. And turn the palms up or down a few times. And then both palms turn down, fingers spread wide. Reach through all 10 fingertips. Press down into your feet. Front palm up and back. Inhale, radiant warrior. As you exhale, straighten the front knee. Arms come back out to a T. Left toes turn parallel to the right. Thumbs down. Reach the arms behind the back and interlace your fingers. Again, check out your feet. Make sure the toes are on the same plane, maybe pigeon toeing or widening the stance. Loop your shoulders up, back, and down. Feel your heart lift. And with an exhale, hinge forward, fold in half. Let those knuckles come off of the back. Try not to lock your elbows here. Instead, imagining two hands holding your shoulders and lifting them up and back as you fold forward. With your next inhale, come all the way back up. Release the hands, shake out the fingers, circle out the wrists. Turn your left toes back to the top of the mat, warrior two. Bend deep into the front knee, reach through both arms. Front palm up and back one more time, radiant warrior. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel the hands down, frame the front foot. Move through a vinyasa or breathe in your down dog. Good. Inhale onto the balls of both feet. Bend your knees, eyes forward. Exhale. With an inhale, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Fold in half as you arrive. Press down into your feet, sweep your arms out and up, move through your widest wingspan. Exhale, hands to heart center, hold here. We'll play with balance today, so you might want to have something handy as an extension of your arm. Maybe a belt or a strap if you have one, maybe a towel or a shirt, really anything can work. Start to bring your right knee in towards your chest. You can use your hands to hug them in. And maybe this is where you stop today. Maybe this is enough balance for you to play with for now. we'll move into standing hand to big toe pose. So take your peace fingers on your right hand and wrap them around your big toe. If this is already proving a little difficult, you can take that strap or towel or shirt or whatever you have and loop it around the bottom of your foot and take hold of that. Bring your left hand back to your heart, like half of prayer hands. Then root down into your left foot as you begin to extend the right leg out to the right side. Press through the heel. The knee can be bent here, or you can go for it, really straightening the leg. To add a little extra balance challenge, maybe take that left arm out from the shoulder. Maybe the eyes follow, looking to the left. Breathe. That's the most important part. Soft eyes, soft jaw, a little smile here. You can have fun with it. Just one more inhale. You got this. Hang on. Exhale. Start to bend the right knee. Hug it back into the chest. You can wiggle it around a little bit and release it to the mat. Pedal out the knees, pedal out the feet, shake out the shoulders, the arms, the wrists. And come back to stillness, hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in and out. Root down into the right foot, hug the left knee in. Same thing here. Maybe this is where you stop on this journey. Maybe the peace fingers of the left hand find the big toe, or you loop something around your foot. Right hand to heart, like half of prayer hands. Press down into the first two toes of the right foot. Find that stability. Tuck your tailbone in, navel to spine. Start to stretch the left leg out to the left side. Lift your heart. Maybe that right arm extends from the shoulder. Turn the palm forward. Maybe your eyes start to follow the right arm, looking over to the right side. Still rooting down through the big toe edge of that right foot. Left knee can be as soft as you like. One more inhale here. Really go for it. Expand. Exhale, left knee bends. Hug it back into the chest. Rock it out. Release it down. And take your feet a little wider than the hips. Start to flop your arms side to side. A little loose twist here. Whew. Climb the feet towards each other. Take one more moment to stand in Tadasana, lifting the heart, tucking the tailbone, palms turn forward. Close your eyes. Maybe feeling gratitude to be on 2 feet right now. Reach your arms out and up, widest wingspan. Inhale. Exhale, dive forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Option for one final vinyasa, or step back to your downward facing dog. We will all meet in child's pose, so take your own route to get there. And in your child's pose, shifting your hips, maybe pressing down into the hands to really send that tailbone towards the heels. Take one more inhale and sigh it out. Make your way onto your belly. Cross your forearms at the top of your mat. Rest your forehead or one cheek and shift your hips side to side, maybe windshield wipering the knees. And then bring your forehead to the mat. Bring your hands by your sides, palms turned down. Ground into the hips, rooting them to the earth. And with an inhale, we'll lift the arms to about shoulder height. Hold here. Your next inhale lifts your head and heart. Reach back through your fingers. Hold here. Your next inhale lifts your legs, coming into Shalambhasana, locust pose. Reach back through your fingers. Reach back through your toes. Reach forward through the top of your head. Eyes stay on the floor, lengthening your neck from your back. Take one more inhale, lift everything a little higher. Exhale, release down, cross the forearms, rest your forehead or one cheek, maybe the opposite cheek. Shifting the hips or windshield wipering the knees. I'll offer another belly back bend today, your choice, coming back into that locust pose where we just were, or keeping the knees bent, reaching back to take hold of your ankles or the tops of your feet. Maybe that strap or strap substitute comes in handy here and you loop it around both feet, coming into bow pose. So your choice, lifting up locust on the belly with the arms and legs reaching back, or coming into bow, connecting with the ankles, bending the knees, and lifting the thighs and the heart. If you're in bow, maybe rocking with the breath. Taking one more inhale to lift up one more inch. Exhale, release, and come onto your back. Bringing your feet down, knees pointing up, shifting the hips or windshield wipering the knees. Just two more back bending poses today. Bring your hands down by your sides, palms to the earth. And if you feel like there's a lot of space between your back and your mat, tuck your tailbone up and come back as flat as possible to the earth. We'll set up bridge pose, rooting down into the feet. Again, spreading the toes wide, coming back to that sensation of the feet being in sand or soft earth. And with an inhale, lift the hips up. The hands could stay as they are, or maybe they interlace underneath. Grounding through all four corners of both feet. So not lifting the heels, but keeping the feet grounded and instead feeling like they're going to slide forward even though they're not moving. Relax your glutes. Imagine a block between the knees, hugging them towards each other. Take another inhale here. Lift the hips a little higher. Exhale, roll it down, top to bottom of the spine. Let the hips arrive last and windshield wiper the knees. One more back bending shape today. You got this. Maybe coming into another bridge pose where we just were. Or bringing the hands by the ears, fingers pointing towards the shoulders, setting up for up bow. So your choice, bridge or up bow today. Pressing down into whatever is grounding on the earth and inhaling to lift up from the feet, from the hands, pressing down. If you come into bridge pose and decide that you would like to try and practice upward bow, sometimes that little head start of the hips being up first can be a great launch pad. Take one more deep breath in here. And exhale, roll it down, top to bottom of the spine. If you're in up bow, tucking the chin to protect your neck. And then hug both knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Roll in a little circle. And then start to rock vertically on the spine. Go ahead and come all the way up. Bring your feet to the mat. Arms wrap around the knees. Tuck the chin. And then we'll bring the hands behind the thighs. Lift the heart up. We played with a supported boat pose very early in our practice, so we're coming back to that now. Lift your heart. Start to lean back. And then pick up one foot and then the other. And heart open here. Point or flex the feet, whichever is easier for you. And then bring your arms long, framing the knees, reaching through the fingers. Inhale here. And exhale, feet down, arms wrap around the knees, round the shoulders, tuck the chin. And roll up through the spine. And we'll come back into boat pose, this time bringing the hands to heart center and lifting one foot and then the other. Inhale here. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Just one more round. Keep going. You can bring your feet back to the earth if you'd like. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Good. Back to center. Release the feet down, round over the knees, and rock side to side. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees come out to the side. You might take your hands and move your glutes back behind you, bringing your sits bones to the mat. So that we have a little more lift in the heart here. And we'll really expand across the chest. Keep the chin tucked in slightly so we have that nice long line in the back. And with an exhale, fold forward. Baddha Konasana, bound angle. Keep your heart reaching towards your big toes. Reach through the crown of the head. 3 deep breaths here. One more inhale. Sigh it out. Hinge up through the hips. Keep the feet together, knees out. Bring your hands behind you and start to lower your back to the mat. So we'll come into this bound angle shape, but in a reclining version, Supta Baddha Konasana. If this feels really intense in the hips, you can take a block, if you have them, under each knee, or maybe a blanket or towel under the feet to level that off a bit. One hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. And take 3 deep breaths here as well. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Start to reach your legs long, reach your arms overhead. Circle out wrists, circle out ankles. Take any other final movements or shapes that you would love for Shavasana. I will include a 5-minute Shavasana in this practice. You can feel free to take that and I'll wake you up at the end. Or you can turn this off right now and set your own timer, play your own music, come into your Shavasana for as long or as short amount of time as you like. Starting to come back into that space where we began. Taking up as much space as you'd like on your mat. Maybe a blanket over the hips or rolled up under the knees. If you have something to put over your eyes, anything will work. Create a little more darkness. Squeeze your hands into tight fists, squeeze your toes, squeeze your eyes, deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out, let it all go, and sink into your Shavasana.
Begin to deepen your breath and invite small movements back into your body, wiggling fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Reach your arms overhead, take a full body stretch, reawakening into this space, this moment, this day. And curl into a little ball on whichever side is your favorite right now, pausing here, feeling how you feel, coming back to yourself. Keeping your eyes heavy or closed and taking so much time to get there. Build your way back into whatever seat is comfortable for you. And as you arrive, bring your hands somewhere along your thighs. Relax your eyes, your jaw, your shoulders, your glutes. And take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Deep breath in. Big sigh, let it go. We'll seal our practice the way we began, joining sound, energy, breath, and togetherness in the sacred sound of Om one time. Gather your hand at heart center, lift your heart to your thumbs, bow your head forward, and inhale for Om. Bring the base of your thumbs to rest between the eyes and lift your gaze to invite wisdom in. Fold into yourself with gratitude for your practice. Namaste. Thank you again so much for joining me today. Hope to see you again soon.